I mean, with all the weird he lived all over the world, and a lot of foggy stuff. Well, now they're asking, how did this certificate of live birth get to fact check? And Hawaii won't say. So they're acting suspicious. What do you think of that?
Of the original document or this document?
No. Yes, the original certificate.
Yeah, well, the original one was supposedly at first, if we think about it, everyone, June 2008, it first came out on the Obama campaign website. And then fact check came in several months later to check the authenticity of it. And they came back and said it's valid.
I think that's the most damning thing, is that no one was questioning his birth in the U.S. Nobody even thought about him. Why would they early on push that out there? Phil, I think that's the most damning evidence against him. I want to ask you in the final segment with you, when we get back, what your take is on that and where you think all of this is going. We'll also look at some of the problems with this new birth certificate. Stay with us. Phil Berg, where do you see all this going? No president has dropped this fast. He just keeps dropping a couple points every week. I don't see Obama and the criminals that run him being able to continue their gutting of the nation unless they stage something. And I've had Ron Paul on last week. He's coming on Wednesday again, saying that he believes they may stage a crisis or a war or an economic collapse. They may use this flu hysteria as a cover. I mean, what are the Obama people going to do? He is going to be the most unpopular president in U.S. history at this rate in just 2 months.
Right, and I think that's going to go hand in hand with the truth coming out that he's constitutionally ineligible to be president. And once we get the public behind us, and I think we will, because what are we asking for? Two main things. Number one, his birth certificate, the vault copy, the true copy of it. But two, more important is when he was adopted in Indonesia. Think about one thing. We have the school record on our website and elsewhere, obamacrimes.com, that his name's Barry Soturo and his nationality is Indonesia. I would like to see where he has legally changed his name back to Barack Hussein Obama, because if he hasn't legally changed his name, think about it. Every state where he signed Barack Hussein Obama to run for president, that was fraud.
See, that's a whole nother issue.
Right.
He went and got adopted by a Muslim family, went to madrasas, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but then he said, oh, that's ridiculous, I have no Muslim roots. Then he goes to Cairo and says, I'm a Muslim, basically. This guy is a chameleon. I don't think he's any of these things. We probably don't even know what his real name is.
Well, that's good. But you're right. During the campaign, I'm not a Muslim. Now that he's president, I'm a Muslim. I love the fact that during the campaign, how dare you use my middle name, Barack Hussein Obama. You had to call him Barack H. Obama or Barack Obama. As soon as he got elected, when it came time to be sworn in, and it came out a few weeks earlier, what did he tell everyone? I want to be sworn in under my name of Barack Hussein Obama. I mean, this guy is a phony from day one. But the big thing, think about it, and if we can't get him on the birth certificate right now, if he hasn't legally changed his name Barry Soturo, and he's committed fraud ever since leaving Indonesia using the name. Now, it might not be in Colombia. When he was at Occidental in California, everyone called him Barry. I think his legal name today is Barry Soturo. And remember what happened with Watergate. The Watergate break-in with Nixon was no big deal. It was a cover-up. And now we're in a massive cover-up, I believe, by Obama and the people around him. And I think that's where we're going to get him, because, they had hoped, you asked why they brought this up. I got involved August 2008, a year ago now. But in June of 2008, they put this on the website. The reason they did, it had been circulating on the website for a year before that. So to try to quell the rumors that were going around, that's why they put this false document up. But they were such idiots because they put such a phony document up. If they took time to preparing a better one, maybe we wouldn't be talking about it today.
Well, lastly, people kept saying, we want to see a birth announcement. But if a family wants their child to be able to claim U.S. citizen down the road, and they're born in the country, that's very common to fly back and then put a birth announcement in and then put out a fake birth certificate, especially back in the 60s. So I don't think this silences it, some supposed microfilm on some establishment website. What do you say to that, Phil Berg?
Yeah, no, the two announcements in the newspapers there, that doesn't really bother me. I'll tell you why. Like, for instance, my son lives in a different state, and he had a child till my granddaughter was born. I could have put an announcement here in Philadelphia. You know, and I could have used my address or any address. And it turned out the address they used isn't even a legitimate address because the people living next door who's lived there for the last 50 years said there was never a black child living next door. So to me, that's just another, they're saying that's great evidence. That's not great evidence.
Also, these people are intelligence agent. I mean, you've got this spooky, cover-up that has been going on this entire time where they're acting all sneaky and nobody's allowed to ask questions, and his dad is a communist, and his mother works for these big, creepy, spooky foundations, and Geithner's dad. I mean, this guy gets scarier and scarier by the minute.
Absolutely, and think about it. You know, we forget now. They try to push it away. We forget Reverend Wright. We forget Bill Ayers. The people that Obama associated with, he couldn't get a job as a Chicago police officer, let alone an FBI agent. Or
my God, if I was hanging out with terrorists, I'd be in prison.
Right. Well, you and me. No, there's just, we know nothing about his background. He's 100% phony, and we need the public, everyone out there, go to my website, spread it to everyone you know.
ObamaCrimes.com. Phil, thank you. As this develops, we'll talk to you more in the future. Be careful.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Phil Berg. Okay, I got a bunch of swine flu news and military police state news on the other side of this break, and then some of your phone calls. Stay with us.